Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bushman and welcome back to Reverse 1999. I took a little break from covering the story of this game, and last we left off, Vertin is still fighting hell on Earth, well, at least the close equivalent of it, because the island that they're on is getting bombarded. But while we leave that in the back burner for now, for some weird, inexplicable reason, we are in Vienna solving I think it seems to be a local problem, but it might end up with the storm coming over Vienna and then changing everything there anyway. So, let us not waste any more time. I've been out of this for a bit, so I may forget a detail or two here, but let's get right on with uncovering Isolde's little problem. Outside the Temple of Art, the mentor imparts a final set of admonitions to her apprentice.
Remember, Marcus, the working staff of the Foundation branch will take care of the dispute in their fashion. We just need to follow him in. The members of the Circle are top priority. But before any of them can be convicted, as said before, all we have to do is silently observe and respect their lives.
Understood. I almost bumped into her. That lady in green seemed to be in a bad mood.
She encountered Dr. quote-unquote Kakanya.
Shall I ask the gentleman from the branch who she is? Oh, but that gentleman is a person of this era. If I interrupt him, am I also interrupting his original course of action?
You know, I'm actually a little bothered. Every time I see Marcus, yes, she's really cute and all, but the scarf makes her neck look a little too long in relative to her body. I mean, you can see, like, her shoulders are about here, so that's pretty normal. The collar of her shirt is right here, but then the scarf makes it like her neck is being stretched unnaturally long. I don't know why, but I guess it's just the, composition of things. But in spite of that, it makes her look really, really cute, and as another artist would often say, it makes her look really friend-shaped, and you wouldn't really have it with Marcus any other way. Marcus sinks back into her mire of indecision.
Oh!
Hoffman gently pats Marcus's shoulder, drawing back her focus. Fortunately, the Vienna branch's officer does not notice this minor episode. His attention is captured by the arrival of an uninvited acquaintance.
My, Mr. Rigalato. Your hair has grown so fast. To what do we owe this pleasure? Are you also here for the exquisite art?
Can you just be normal for once, Henry? And stop calling me by those opera names. Someone reported an arcane disturbance here. I see candles. Are you holding a seance? I must remind you that arcane rituals are not allowed unless you have a separate permit.
Excuse me? That's not fair. The first permit already costed us a...
Please calm yourself, sir. And be mindful of what you implied. The Viennese government has ensured you the greatest possible freedom through working with us. Who do you think cleaned up after you people? After those fires, passionate murders, and deadly stampedes? We can't bear the consequences of your moments of epiphany forever. Not to mention the seance is one of the most dangerous acts. We've had 2 colleagues injured, still being treated for mental illness in the Vienna General Hospital. You will find no other place as tolerant and open-minded as this one. In return, you should do your part and cooperate with the government.
Seance? What seance? Nothing of the sort, Mr. Rigoletto. This is just a rehearsal of the play. The candles, the settings, and of course, these paintings once bathed in fire. Yes, this is an art exhibit, a youth rally, or, as we prefer to call it, a visualization of the future.
Heinrich really doing his best to try and cover up for the events that just transpired inside this room.
I demand a rational conversation. Now, I must question the sanity of this gathering. Is there no one here who is of sound mind? If not, I'll have to...
I'm terribly sorry.
There's Isolde.
Mr. Strauss, sorry to keep you waiting.
Miss Netelstorff, bless you, madam. I did not expect to see you here.
Oh, sorry that we troubled you. I'm here for my late brother's exhibition, and for rehearsal for the coming performance.
God damn, she is covering for us well here.
We got a little carried away. Made you come all the way here to check on us.
Please, madam, as your friend, I do not wish to cause you discomfort. In fact, Mr. Kyle and I were talking about you over brunch earlier. He was truly impressed by your talent at the opera.
Jesus Christ, now you're glazing her? Man, the switch on this guy.
Ah, Mr. Carl is too kind. Since my mother passed away, he has been such a caring friend to the family.
Well then, this was all just a misunderstanding. But, madam, please understand that I still have procedures to go through. Would you mind if I investigated a little?
The man leans in, his voice a hush whisper.
By investigate, you know, just a quick look around the building.
We are grateful to have a responsible employee like you, Mr. Strauss. Please, help yourself.
At the other end of the hall, investigators from headquarters uphold their duties with familiar diligence and effort. She imperceptibly shakes her coat as fine threads, like spider silk, disperse into the air attached to tiny floating particles. Ooh, she is doing something here. We don't know yet.
Wow! The spider tail and the detection spores. These are Laplace's auxiliary devices for perceiving arcane power. I've never seen one before. Only investigators of level 4 or higher are allowed to use them.
Marcus, please, you can geek out later. Just calm down, baby girl. Noticing the excited glances towards her, Hoffman leans in to whisper to the young investigator.
Marcus, come. Give me a hand.
Yeah, redirect that energy.
These burnt pictures. They're the work of Theophil von Dittestov. They're the perfect subjects for reading.
Ooh, it seems we're gonna get a cutscene. Ah, not a cutscene, but, you know, just the splash art of Marcus. You'll actually see this during your loading screens, depending on if there's an event or not, because there's currently an ongoing event. So what you'll get instead during your loading screens are splash pages from the event. But normally, when there's no event going on, if it's just a rerun, you'll get this splash page in particular. So, yeah, let's keep reading here. The lamp is gripped a little tighter. She lifts her head as she begins reading. The world around her becomes a matter of effortless ease to view. So, from what I'm understanding, Marcus's arcane ability is, well, I mean, apart from being literate, she can turn pages of books and or reading material into something she can physically transpose onto the real world, if I'm understanding this correctly, similar to how Iron Man does his digital projections so that he can see them as a screen. At least that's how I'm understanding it, but if the game interprets this like differently, because if you can actually see her ult, she makes the book like really huge and then she can quote-unquote read it from there.
Only a third of the picture can be read, but I can see it clearly.
Yeah, it is somewhat like that.
An ingenious composition that balances the different elements of the picture. Sadly, the creator focused too much on the form and overlooked the content. The frame is made of... not important. Next page. This one is luckier. Half of it survived the fire, so we can see the lower half of the lady in the picture. But, Theophil certainly had a way with women. She was not his first prey.
That sounds a little ominous.
And this one, only a frame remains. The rest of his works are too damaged, but I do remember an intact one somewhere. But aside from this, I don't see anything else. Next page.
She turns, colliding with a pair of light-colored eyes. Hello, Isolde. Your corset here actually looks a lot more reasonable compared to your in-game version, because as you guys saw earlier, her corset is insanely tight even for a woman of her time period, and you wonder if her internal organs are still doing fine even after all that squeezing. Unfortunately, well, the beauty standards of the time were far more rigid compared to now. Despite the distance, it feels as though Isolde is gazing back at her.
People can be read too. That person, Miss Isolde.
A deep breath, The page unfolds before her eyes once again. So this is how Marcus sees things when she quote-unquote reads. That's
Unlike other
interesting.
ladies pursuing the latest fashions in Paris, she still wears the corset, with only some Art Nouveau jewelry by her waist. She's as delicate as a butterfly.
And stings like a bee. Hey!
She is a renowned medium. The Ditterstuff family is well known for their mediumship. Nowadays, they use that power mostly for art. That is, they summon a spirit to possess their body so they can sing, write, and paint like no other.
So that's how they became so artistically gifted. They're cheating. I mean, that's a really harsh way to put it, but that's how it seems to me.
They also suffered for this power. Racked by neurosis and hysteria, the family has had very few members despite its long history.
Yeah, about what I expected, you know. That kind of power getting from some other plane of existence, it has to come with a drawback. And indeed it does.
Wait a minute.
The details of Isolde, or Isolde, depending on where you're from, they're slowly going away, but Marcus is seeing something else.
The picture behind her is still intact, and it is enormous. Is that the Salvation? Strange. This painting is...
You have a keen eye for art, miss.
Oh!
Don't sneak up on our baby like that. How dare you, Heinrich? A voice leaps up behind her, bursting from behind the warm smile of the freckle-faced man.
This painting is the work of my dearest friend, Sigmund. The Salvation. The only piece he left behind that survived the consuming flames.
I still am not comfortable with Heinrich being the way he is, but we'll find out if he really is on our side. I mean, he is seemingly on our side, but the way he sees the world, it doesn't really sit well with me. But we gotta work with what's been given to us here.
These enchanting, magical circles, one next to another. Oh, I was only reciting Miss Cacania. We're both passionate about the subject. How regrettable. She would have given you a much better explanation if she were here. Her words can easily stir one's soul.
I mean, she did just leave, and Marcus bumped into her, so...
Did you say Cacania? You have a friend called Cacania?
Oh, yes. Every artist has their own nickname. I also have the honor of knowing the Orange Knight, Victor of the Rhyme, Offerstrudel. Are you a friend of Cacania? Too bad she just left. She should be meeting with Dr. Schwartz by now.
Marcus looks up. Her mentor casts her eyes to the same spot and shakes her head gently.
No, the name sounded a little strange to me, that's all. But I appreciate the explanation, sir.
In the air, the dispersed spores stir imperceptibly. The dust from the explosion pervades the air, sucking deep into the nostrils and open mouths.
What happened?
That's what happened.
Are these ghosts? Didn't you say there wasn't a seance? Mrs. Dittersdorf, I would very much like an explanation.
Oh, they're still chasing me!
The detection spores have taken effect and enveloped the ghosts. Marcus, can you still read?
I think so.
Good. I'll draw its attention. You take care of the arcanum part.
Miss Dittersdorf, you told me this was just an opera rehearsal. Now look at this mess. And more importantly, my two assistants are still here. I must ask you for a good reason to report to my superior.
The pale girl remains silent, bowing her head.
Oh, Isolde, my dear lovely gal.
An all too familiar mustachioid face arrives without invitation. Carl's steps are at a steady trouncing waddle as he approaches and takes Isolde's hand.
Mr. Karl!
That was a sentence and a half that I just had to read.
Director?
Look at you, so pale. The play is sapping your strength. Come, child, come to me. I told Schwartz to take good care of you. Well, I guess he can't be in two places at once. The frequent presentations must have been too much for a doctor such as he. I've learned that you've recovered from hysteria, which is good, but promise me that you'll look after yourself, will you? Your late mother suffered a tragic end, and it would be unbearable for the Empire to lose another star.
That sentence is, it has a hint of evil at that, which is, oh boy.
You flatter me.
Joseph,
Yes, Director.
don't be so hard on them. Those wonderful stage effects. Heinrich is an expert at this, yes? What better demonstrates our free wills than respecting the artists and their work? None of us would mind an episode of excitement every once in a while.
Carl meets Hoffman's eyes in another overly affable attempt at good nature.
Even the gentlemen from the headquarters would agree with me, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
We are short on manpower, and the assistants should focus on more important matters.
We should leave.
Let's start our conversation with a simple exercise. First, please repeat after me. Dittersdorf. After all the days you've spent in Vienna, you should be familiar with the name. Tell me, how do you feel about it?
Sometimes it's like a word that's as heavy as lead.
You're making light of it again. But fair enough. You're new here, not as familiar with this name as those who live here, murmuring it in their dreams. Most of the time it swirls invisibly through the conversations on the street. Other times, it is tangible in the signatures of the exhibits, seen in the performances and the metal badges clinging to collars, and always in the boys and girls who inherit the Dittersdorf talents. And just like that, they are thrust into the role of the outstanding Dittersdorfs. The lady songbird, and the artistic painter.
Actually, don't know much about the Dittersdorf family.
Oh, of course. Well then, high time to tell you about them. Vienna, at present, is a splendid, crumbling house. Whenever the waltz starts playing, the roof trembles along with the music, while the dancing crowd, and funny that it is a crowd, none of them dare look up at it. The people here live in identical pretty little houses, the social classes smoothed out like butter on a cake. Now, works of art become their icons, and in their madness, they scramble to make these beautiful, dazzling things. The Dittersdorfs, nobles who can perform channeling, are made to perform like dancing animals in a circus. Businessmen and nobles clamoring to sponsor their performances in order to glorify themselves. The noble ladies prefer to curate the finest acts, highlighting their good taste and fashionability, while the lordlings seem to prefer new and hidden talents as some example of their virtue. How then could a good singer ever miss a performance? But she must to take her chance, seizing the lovely bird in her hand. That poor, noble little bird, because people said that she was born with madness. And it is in this act of fighting against her madness that she proves herself proper among the noble ladies. She knows better than anyone why a piece of art is valuable, and how to make it worth even more.
Good day. I would like to check the date of a novel. Yes, it is Der Mann ohne Eigenschaften by Robert Musil. Oh, I see.
What did they say?
Just as I remembered it. The novel was completed in 1930. The word Cacania was also created by Robert Musil. Cacania should not be a nickname for anyone in 1914.
It doesn't belong to this era. She could be with Manus Vindictae, or at least associated with their people.
What's more, when we were at the Secession building, I read that painting, The Salvation. It seemed out of place compared to the other paintings. Théophile may have applied a new technique on the Salvation, a more daring kind, audacious even. But these are only subtleties, I can't be too certain. I was interrupted by that strangely speaking gentleman, so I didn't get everything. Another thing, its content reminds me of the symbol of the circle.
Marcus rummages through the bookcase, finding the pamphlet tucked within the thick register.
This twisting circle resembles the circles in the Salvation. Heinrich called them magical circles, one next to another. They must be more than just circles, I think. Was he demonstrating the madness of passion? But the lines are clean. Perhaps the purity of eternity? No, the circles are too twisted for that. Or was he just representing a primitive state of being?
I don't understand any of it. So this must be art.
Ma'am, you're funny sometimes.
I wasn't joking.
Huh?
Based on what we know, we can't be sure if this group of young arcanists and the Manis are connected. But we all know that the latter is eager to win over the cynical revolutionary youth. You did well, Marcus. The important figures of the circle, Isolde, Heinrich, and even the late Theophil. We had made contact with them all. Only this Kakanya. What does the intel say about her?
Kakanya, also known as Miss Clara, inherited her arcane skills from her family. She's able to reflect people's thoughts in a mirror. She was once a medical student, but dropped out halfway through.
And yet people would prefer to call her Doctor.
These days, she shows up at various social events as a psychiatrist, which the Foundation tries to prohibit because she doesn't have a license. And she is also an activist.
Huh.
An activist?
According to Mr. Heinrich, she is meeting with a doctor named Schwartz today.
Schwartz. The family doctor Carl mentioned. Let's try our luck there.
Now then, Miss Clara, Mr. Schwartz. Only 3 weapons are allowed in the duel. The army knife, the sword, and the pistol.
I will leave the choice to Dr. Schwartz, for he has more experience in these duels than I do. It's an honor to fight you, and I look forward to ending your winning streak.
Not so much an honorable scene for me.
Excuse me, please.
Oh no, let the baby through. Hoffman extends her hand, mercilessly cleaving a path through the crowd.
Pardon me, what is happening?
A duel, ma'am. Just as Dr. Schwartz was demonstrating his therapy, Miss Clara barged right in. They were arguing, and this is how they decided to end it. To ensure fairness of the duel, the combat must happen within 48 hours of the challenge. But I've never seen one take place on the spot.
Well, I hope they know what they're doing. I don't want to get caught as collateral damage.
That green dress. So she is Kakanya. What do we do? If she gets injured, our mission will...
Don't worry about people in that time. It is their life to live. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. The course of history is more important than our investigation. This is Investigator Greta Hoffman. What? Hold on. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
The field agent squad needs to speak to me. This won't take long. I will leave this to you. Remember what I said, Marcus.
Yes, madam.
Hoffman turns toward the Baroque door made of mahogany before her figure disappears amidst the crowd. Only her still unfledged assistant remains.
Leaving this to me. To me. To me.
Marcus, don't be too nervous. You can do this. Come on. She recites it to herself as a mantra, attempting to slow her racing heart.
Breathe, Marcus. There's nothing to be nervous about. You can't be an assistant forever. There will come a day when you're all on your own.
And this is one of those days.
Just like at the Secession building, I only have to watch her. If I end up talking to Miss Kakanya, I'll just pretend to be an ordinary employee of the Foundation. Easy. You used to do well on your own, when you were reading in the lighthouse and the forest. Dr. Schwartz. 3 times he has been involved in duels, and 3 times he has won. Impressive. This time he's still going for the pistol. But Miss Kakanya does not have an assistant, and she has only one witness in this duel. This is not right. Why did she agree to this? She's being reckless. Even an arcanist should have at least one assistant in a duel. Dr. Schwartz's assistant brought them a pair of pistols. FN Model 1910. Is that a right weapon for a duel? It's too crowded here. I can't see.
Oh no, Marcus is too small.
No, the pistol given to Miss Kakanya. Something's wrong with it. The bullets. Her life is in danger if the duel begins. But Madam Hoffman warned me about the consequences of intervention. What if I just go and talk to her as an employee of the Foundation branch, like I did at the Secession building? So far, Heinrich has been difficult to communicate with, while Mr. Call doesn't want us to get in touch with Miss Isolde. Miss Kakanya is the only person who is both a friend of Theophil and associated with the Circle. But I have to be careful with this name. If she is indeed one of the Manus Vindictae, I will be jeopardizing this mission by going near her. But wait! She doesn't know that I'm from the headquarters, so she probably will talk to me. But how do I know she doesn't know my identity? What if Mr. Call is not to be trusted? And what if Mr. Call and she are in this together? Their names both start with a K.
The entire section is likely just Marcus's inner monologue being spoken out loud. And I'm inclined to believe that she's actually saying all this out loud, and it's really, really funny.
What am I thinking?
Marcus patting her cheeks with an unaware gusto, throwing side glances from the others present. That's exactly what I thought.
Stop. I'm not on the Flannan Isles anymore. I can't waste my day on endless thoughts. Remember what Madam Hoffman said. Think of the immediate mission. I have to prevent Kakanya from getting killed in the duel. She has the clues about Theophil that I need. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions.
A long, deep breath.
I have assessed the risks, madam. I will not stand by and watch this happen, even if I don't know the consequences.
I need to make this clear to you. Not only have you hindered Miss Dietersdorf from getting the treatment she needs, but you have repeatedly defamed me.
I can only admit that you're right if you have to call a different academic perspective slander.
A different academic perspective? Do you really think Freud and his petty tricks are academic? One could hardly find a worse insult to science than this.
Is that so? Do you really mean that? Rumor has it that you taught the military the method of hypnosis for a price. Do you wish to clear things up here?
That was an insane live 2D animation of just her twirling the pistol in her hand. Holy shit.
Your silence is a resounding yes. Tell me, why did you please the ministers with these petty tricks, but not with your most advanced electrotherapy you've been touting? Do you harbor negative feelings towards Mr. Freud because of his open rejection of hypnosis?
What does any of this have to do with you?
Many things, Mr. Schwartz. Your behavior has greatly undermined the interests of arcanists, who are your own people. Not to mention that hypnosis is a violation of a patient's free will. And I have reason to believe that this duel is entirely personal. I must make it clear that your wife's appointment with me has nothing to do with the rumors of your lackluster performance in the bedroom.
Ooh!
I'm not the real enemy, Mr. Schwartz. The gossip mongers and tabloid writers are.
You...
Are both duelists ready?
Perfectly ready.
I'm ready to...
No! She's not!
Huh?
Miss Kakanya needs another minute.
Go get him, girl. Their collective gaze causes her voice to tremble slightly.
The crowd. Shoot me. I want to go home. Why did you apply for this mission, Marcus?
Don't worry, you can get through this. Just get yourself together. Despite her mental turmoil, she extends her hand, attempting to ascend with some dignity intact, or at least without resorting to crawling.
I am Miss Kanya's assistant. I am here to...
Sorry to interrupt, miss, but the last time I checked, I couldn't possibly afford a St. Pavlov Foundation member to be my aide.
Darn it, I forgot about my badge.
Kanya retracts her pistol, twirling it around her finger.
So, the Foundation is trying to intervene. Don't worry, Miss Foundation staff. Look around. We're doing it the human way. No arcane skills involved. The head of the Foundation branch should not be your role model. Mind you, you're giving up a part of your integrity for taking his clones. A terrible deal indeed. Besides, they're using human guns. They don't need the Foundation's license to use these. I'm not doing anything against the Foundation's rules, am I?
The Browning pistol spins once more in a perfect circle.
If it's urgent, can we wait until after the duel? Please stand back. The bullets can't tell the difference between friend and enemy.
Marcus is again interrupted by the rapid-fire speech of the other party.
Please don't use that gun. The bullets in it are dangerous.
What?
The bullets are wrong. The gun will burst if you pull the trigger. Sir, I demand that the gun be checked.
Kakanya grips the half-turned gun tightly before deftly removing the magazine.
The size of these bullets.
A cold bead of sweat drips down her spine.
I need an explanation, Mr. Schwartz. I thought you had at least the integrity of a gentleman. The bullets in my gun are wrong. If I pull the trigger, as Miss Foundation here said, the barrel will burst.
A bursted barrel? I remember now. That Anton boy lost the duel to Schwartz for the same reason. Did Schwartz do something to his gun too? And was the guard in on it too?
This is defamation. I have never...
Please! Who is dueling here?
The guards are here.
Don't step on my dress! Not good. Madam Hoffman has not come back yet.
The young assistant is engulfed within the chaotic crowd.
Hey, miss! The helpful Miss Foundation employee!
Miss Kakanya?
The green-clad pistolier extends her hand.
Don't stand there! Come here!
Kakanya grabs the shy assistant's hand, pulling her into a fierce embrace without a second word. Oh no, protect the baby. Kakanya leaps, alighting herself onto the window frame with the lightness of a bird.
Okay, this is a quiet road. We're going to jump, Miss Foundation. 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Kakanya! This way! Over here!
Elige! Thanks a lot. The prop sure came in handy.
Tanya Turk takes off her fake beard, fanning herself with her hand.
Finally. Why do I keep having things stick to my lips?
Ha! Be careful with that. It is no ordinary beard. Every single strand was soaked in a Bohemian potion, mixed with bloodroot, toad's heart, and Yavangal. Why were the gods after you?
That's a long story.
Always is.
And oh, don't worry about this kind little lady. She saved my life, and she's sort of a friend.
A third of?
Even I won't understand it, Marcus, so you're just as confused as I am. She discreetly releases the button of the communicator in her pocket.
This is bad. The connection is down. I can't get in touch with Madam Hoffman. She's probably in an important conversation with the field agent squad and has calls on block. It's okay, Marcus. You can do this yourself. Just stay in the conversation. Communication is not that hard. You've done this through before. You can do it.
No, you cannot, Marcus, and that's why you're a baby. Despite having written about 1,000 ways to start a conversation, she never expected to find herself in a situation quite like this one. Marcus frantically racks her mind for topics to discuss. Fortunately, everyone present is far more talkative than she is.
My, Kakanya! Are you friends with the government officials now? Times have changed indeed. I've been here for a whole year, but I've never seen an official without a beard. Where are you from? Croatia? Moravia? Galicia?
I grew up in Romania.
Oh, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina. That makes us friends, since we're both from somewhere near.
Jesus Christ, Illich.
Be careful on the streets these days, Illich. You could be in trouble too if the guards catch you. After all, you haven't got a license.
Huh? You don't?
Oh, of course not. Have you read the requirements? Records of the safe use of arcane skills within 3 generations. I was born in the streets. I don't even know who my grandmother was. And the records aren't the hard part to get around. If you're applying in Vienna, the license has to be issued by the central government. It's not an Austrian problem, nor a Hungarian problem. The central government sits in the middle. And no official has any idea of what's what. Should this be the Kaiser's concern? Or the Königs? Or both? You'd be the biggest fool to listen and follow these broken rules. Stuck in the system, nowhere to go. Unless you work the magic of crowns.
What happens if we don't have an arcanum license?
Oh, you'll love this. Who knows, you could get 3 days in detention, or maybe 10 years in prison. Even if you are sentenced to prison, they might forget to bring you in. Or, if you're an outstanding citizen who can shed your arcanum during your human re-education, you might get to have a nice life. Without a license, that is. Our justice system is much more unpredictable than the arcanists. We still have a fair chance of getting away.
Very informative, Illich.
Kakanya clears her throat, still somewhat guarded, and flashes out a meaningful glance.
Oh, well then. Bis später, Kakanya and Miss Foundation. Forget I said anything?
They are...
Some arcanist kids on the streets. I'm surprised you know nothing about them. The country has changed, lady, and not everything in Vienna is as decent and sumptuous as the buildings on Ringstrasse and Herrengasse.
Her tone belies a hint of sarcasm.
I'm thankful for your help, Miss Foundation, but so far I have returned the favor. You don't want the gods either, do you? We're even. So, can you tell me why you're here? Oh, I see. Mr. Carl sent you, didn't he? Because I don't have a psychiatrist license. Can't you people give me a break? I swear on my ancestors, I'm doing this entirely the arcanist way. It has nothing to do with human science.
She poses a question but leaves no room for an answer. Leaning closer to Marcus, she pushes her glasses up with suspicion.
Don't you people ever sleep? Do you not have a life? This is the 10th time this month. Even got rest after working 6 days in a row.
Jeez, Kakanya, please, slow down. You are overwhelming the baby. Come on.
I have an arcanum license inherited from my family. It is nothing to be ashamed of. My fees are reasonable. No one's ever complained.
No, Miss Kakanya, this is really coincidental. I just happen to know that you are a psychiatrist.
Huh? So? Are psychiatrists considered doctors now?
Maintaining her barriers of politeness against the rapid topic changes feels like holding a smile in a hailstorm. Yeah, I mean, even if I were Marcus, I would be extremely overwhelmed with, how Kakanya is presenting herself. On the verge of tears, no, Marcus desperately falls back to the field mission manual. She was looking for a couple. No, poor baby.
I think there's been a misunderstanding. Wait, I'm not here to check your credentials.
Then what?
So you call yourself Kakanya, but I know your first name is Clara.
Oh, I didn't know the Foundation staff reads my work. How very flattering. Yes, I'm Clara. But, Miss Foundation, don't you think Kakanya is an intriguing name? Heinrich, who's a friend of mine, gave me a book which greatly inspired me. Our country is just like that name. It both is and isn't. It both has and has not. If you look for it, it can't be found. Yet if you stop looking, it's everywhere. Look at this country, my friend. The sumptuous buildings rise so high that the people in power never have to lay eyes on the rye farmers of Bohemia, the immigrants from the east coast of the Adriatic Sea, or on the arcanists. How could there possibly be smog choking the industrial area? How could there possibly be cold houses in the winter? The cafe house is definitely filled with people who love to dance, and not with those who can't afford the heat. Oh no.
That entire sentence is just, rich people problems. Like, there's no problems up here in the ivory tower, but everything below, that doesn't concern us. Oh my god, Kakanya, you really are an activist.
Surely there's no bureaucracy, no discrimination, no poverty here. This is a city of humanism and freedom. Oh yes, Kakanya, Kaiserlich Königlich, or Kaiserlich Unköniglich. And Kakania, the land. There's no better name for this country.
So then, you did get that book. From a friend. Now's my chance. I still have one spider tail Madame Hoffman left me. If I can find a chance to leave the spider tail on her, or in her place.
The young assistant takes a deep breath.
I'm intrigued by the book. Can I see it?
This concludes the report by Semmelweis of the Field Agent Administration. Please confirm, Madam Hoffman.
So is this Semmelweis's first appearance in the story? Question mark? I mean, we're only on chapter 6 at this point, but yeah. Huh. So it was Semmelweis making the call. In the corner, Hoffman holds her communicator out with a brow furrowed.
Yes. Report received.
Why so serious, Greta? That was just routine.
And I envy your lightheartedness and optimism. They got you out of Vienna on such short notice. I can only imagine that must have been difficult for you as well. According to your intel, the Empire's had too many assassinations in a short period of time. This is not good for the critical point, Semmelweis.
At least try to stay in a good mood. What else can we do? Aside from that, Greta, I have more to tell you. I was pulled out of Vienna overnight, and I didn't have time to brief the new squad there.
You can see this entire thing happen in the series of Dusks.
Or
at least I think it does.
To get through the briefing process. I might as well just tell you now, personally.
I really need to get back and read that whole thing, because I do know that a series of Dusks happens during Semmelweis's time in Vienna, but I don't know exactly what happened there. Although, I do know that it did not end well.
There could be an arcanist who has crossed the storm, and is now in Vienna.
What did you say? Do we know more about this arcanist?
We only know his name is Heinrich. We learned about this from the Berlin squad when we met up here, but had no time to verify.
I see. Leave the rest to us.
If true, he traveled to Berlin during the 6th storm, and survived the 1913 storms there. And after the 1966 storm and the one in 1929...
And now it's 1913 for the second time. For all the arcanists who crossed the 6th storm. This is exciting news.
Their time has returned.
I understand the excitement. But perhaps time, in its chaotic fashion, has inadvertently returned to the same year. I hear you, Semmelweis. This is valuable information. I'll let the...
Greta? Are you still there?
Sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong with the spider tail I left on Marcus. This is not her ritual. Something's happened.
I'm surprised, Miss Marcus. You know so much about Cicera. I thought the Foundation was nothing but bureaucrats and bookworms. Oh, have you been to the Secession Building? Did you like it? Shame that book isn't there.
Tanya finally finds the key.
Please, come in. Forgive the mess. I must say that it is at least more orderly than the administration of the Empire.
Thank you.
Oh, no. just, you're doing fine, Marcus. You're doing fine. The room resembles a studio more so than a clinic. The scene is scattered about with unfinished paintings, dried paints, stage props, and posters. And mirrors. Lots and lots of mirrors.
These are stage props. Heinrich left them here. He certainly learned some useful things in Berlin. Make yourself comfortable. I'll get you some tea and look for the book.
please don't bother, Miss Kakanya. I won't stay long. I have to go back to the branch soon. I just need to confirm that you have that book with you.
The clinic's curtains are tightly drawn, blocking out the day, yet her mirrors flash with light for a second.
Is this Kakanya's arcane skill?
Marcus quickly covers her eyes with her hands, stepping back toward the door. Kakanya's cheerful voice rings from the other side.
Oh, Miss Foundation, it's okay. Just a little trick I use to ensure my personal safety. I usually even charge for this. Look into the mirror which reflects your inner world. This trick has been used by arcanists for thousands of years. When it was first used, the Roman Emperor still ruled this land. Speaking of which, Miss Foundation, how did you know that the pistol was tampered with? Your arcane skill?
Though it might only be some sort of trick of psychology, the mirror's glare becomes increasingly blinding.
Don't look at the mirror.
The investigator braces herself as she grips the lamp, ready for combat at a moment's notice. Kakanya's tone remains gentle, as if soothing one of her patients.
I am curious. No need to be alarmed. I'll treat you gently.
Coming from you, Kakanya, that is horrifying. Especially in this context.
Deep breaths, miss. Look at the mirror. This is a private session. Your secrets are safe with me. Now, what do you see?
I'm dizzy. Oh, spinning. So this is Miss Kakanya's arcane skill. A maze of mirrors. The orphanage. The Flennon Isles. These look like my memories, but different.
You can look at them directly, miss. They'll reveal your deepest secrets and desires.
They're only illusions, Marcus. Just break her arcane skill and get out. I'll do the only thing I can do. Read. I see her. She's behind these illusions, but which one is real? Though it may come with pain.
You found me. Did you see through the illusions, or was it pure luck?
Focus. She can move through mirrors. Got to keep track of her.
This can't be luck. No, I need to be sure. I'd be disappointed were it a fluke.
One shatter can now remain. Everything is a book. Everything can be read. These reflections are merely distractions. I found it. The page of truth.
Oh, it's true. You saw through the illusions as you saw through the pistol. Oh, all right, enough of my tricks. What a pleasant surprise. How does your skill work? Let me see.
No, I'm out of here.
The Danube, a river born from dewdrops grown into a mighty course. She is a mother to many children, and all are eager to be fed. Here is the Empire, founded by two of her strongest children, a rich and admirable duo. There's an alluring charm to the music of Music Varen, captivating everyone who visits this place. I can talk about its art all day, and that's just the beginning. There are 11 children in this empire. When bound together, they are invincible. Their enemies will face catastrophe. See their flourishing cities, the cheering citizens? Even the chirping birds are singing a song of a land of freedom.
But something's not right.
Oh, you're familiar with the devil's in the detail.
People are stubborn.
Oh, so you're a pessimist. Then I guess you will enjoy the drama of this broken family. The truth is they will fight each other like rats in a barrel, until every one of them falls. Crack, crack. Did you hear it? It's the fracturing of a great empire, like the breaking of spring ice. In an army that speaks 20 different languages, who can the general trust to obey his commands? Only those who speak the language he does. You can already imagine it. A ridiculous beast with 11 limbs, each pulling in their own direction, limping across the battlefield until it gets shot. Luckily, that time hasn't come yet. The crying of the children is still being drowned out by the music playing in the theater and the beating hearts within the dancers' chests. The wails of suffering are silent in the newspapers, and the world sees only the silvery mirage of freedom and prosperity, believing all these children can live in harmony. Oh, but my darling, we know that the ice must break. It's as inevitable as the thaw of spring.
The reflections she created were real enough, but not perfect. The reflections had neither shadows nor breath. Most importantly, they didn't have her passion and subtle movements. I read the truth from these details. She meant me no harm. Maybe it was just a little trick she was playing. But
She steadies her breath, looking down at the figure on the ground. She inadvertently used too much force. Kakanya is still on the ground, supporting her hat with one hand. Her lips tremble incredulously, shocked by her own failure.
That was...
She lunges toward Marcus, who reflectively redoubles her hand. I mean, you did just try to, at least seemingly hurt her, but I guess Kakanya was more curious than anything else as to what Marcus is capable of.
I knew it. Your arcane skill is incredibly unique. You can discover what's on the inside by observing what's on the outside. You are born to be a psychiatrist!
Oh my fucking... Kakanya, please!
Huh?
She clings tightly to Marcus's hand as if she's found a long-lost relative. Oh my god.
Look at you. You are so tiny. And they gave you this big coat? How can they do this to a child?
You know, the more I think about it, the more that you sound like Agnes Tachyon from Uma Musume now. Oh my god. No, oh my god, that is a horrifying proposition now. Holy shit.
How about you quit the Foundation and be my assistant? Your perception would be invaluable in this line of work. After all, we search for truth from foggy memories and vague descriptions for a living.
Miss, the book?
Marcus is so cute. She attempts to withdraw her hand, politely but very stiffly. Kakanya's enthusiasm remains unchanged, though.
Forget the book! A new academic field is opening its doors to you. Let's go inside. Oh dear, I forgot your tea.
Gosh, she's bubbling like a parrot.
And she even likes tea, so she is Agnes Tachyon.
It's Madame Hoffman. Ma'am?
Marcus, the spider tail has shown me your direction. How did you get that far? What is that place? An arcane fluctuation?
I'm with the target, Miss Kakanya, in her clinic. I'm safe. Investigation's going well, ma'am.
Stay where you are. I'm on my way. And take care of yourself. You hear me?
She's actually in capable hands, just, a little rough.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that your supervisor? She sounds rather harsh. I do have to question the Foundation hiring underage children and all.
Just in time.
Marcus glances at the doctor, who is now lost in thought, lightly flicking her skirt. An almost invisible thread lands on the green fabric.
Well, actually, Madame Hoffman is very kind to me.
I mean, you are a baby girl, so, comes with the territory. She lifts her head, trying to further divert the doctor's attention. Kakanya remains unimpressed by her answer.
Well, you have seen it all for yourself. Me, my clinic, my arcane skill. I showed you everything. Have they cleared up your doubts, Miss Marcus?
Just one more question.
Please, go ahead.
About the circle.
Huh? Did you go through all this trouble just for that?
Kakanya dramatically raises her hand, settling down to her soft chair.
You could have asked me earlier. I am the founder of the circle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what?
Marcus nearly scalds herself with the hot tea as she brings it up to her lips. Baby,
You're awfully
careful.
excited. Are you an admirer? Joking. It's just a little group a couple of friends started out of interest. Completely legal. Nothing nefarious. We're committed to changing the arcanist current situation. More committed than the Foundation. There will be a non-profit exhibit soon, and all donations will help lower-class arcanists get their license. Which should have been your responsibility.
That last sentence was, yeah, that stung a little. I mean, as you see here. Her words are sharply pointed, only to stop abruptly as she recalls the identity of their target. Kakanya, your inner activist showing up, and then suddenly, oh right, I'm talking to a child. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I got carried away. I should persuade you to join us, not to take your current job.
Marcus shakes her head, feeling altogether fortunate now to not be involved in the disputes of this era. The poor baby is just... I'm just now remembering that there's this juxtaposition of you being here, the player being here in Vienna, seeing Marcus, you know, just trying to go through her life as an assistant to the Foundation, and then you have 37, who is one of the sassiest kids I've seen in a long while. Oh my god, the difference. I mean, they're both cute, but for me, Marcus is way cuter because, you know, she baby. The other one is a sassy baby, and I don't like sassy babies.
And the painting in this exhibit will be the salvation?
That's right, you've been to the Secession building, and that's a masterpiece which would be hard to miss. That was Theophil's final piece of work, the Golden Isle being its subject.
She lowers her head a little while refilling her cup with fresh tea.
It was big news at the time. The island hidden from all people in the Aegean Sea, the ancient arcanist settlement, the strange current and magnetic field around it, the animals only heard in stories, and a shadow of modern society cast upon it.
So Theophil discovered the island of the math cult. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So that means when he knew the truth, he killed himself, question mark? Or at least didn't come back the way people thought he would, but we'll find out once Kakanya keeps explaining.
Well, those are just hearsay. People have all kinds of speculations about it. A military base, a mystical kingdom, the apocalypse.
Well, currently the third one is happening over there, so...
The Foundation knows it better than any of us.
Kakanya sets down the teacup, her focus calm but impassioned.
Miss Marcus, I've told you everything I know. If you trust me, please tell me one thing.
I'm sorry, Miss Kakanya. I can't.
There really are people on that island? If so, how did they protect themselves in these changing times?
You would not understand it one bit, girl, trust me.
This is my only question. As an arcanist, and as a human being, the arms companies are turning the Balkan Peninsula into a proving ground for their new weapons. That was how they discovered this island.
Oh, she sort of knew.
You work for the authorities. You must know something. Please, I just want to know if there's any more of us in this world. Suffering, silenced, and helpless.
Marcus, come on. Well, I can understand why she can't talk, actually. Kakanya's passion dims over the prolonged silence.
Fine. You work for the Foundation, after all. I shouldn't have asked. It's just that I'm hoping for at least one rational person in such an irredeemable bureaucracy. Someone who doesn't think it's just a bunch of deranged lunatics over there. Which is a stigma the arcanists have carried around for centuries.
No! We're not crazy!
She clenches the fabric of her dress, lifting her head in a trembling outburst.
I don't think the arcanists on the island are crazy either.
Miss Marcus.
Dr. Kakanya, I know there has been discord and resentment between humans and arcanists, but not everyone is like Mr. Call. We're from the headquarters where many like you are fighting for the rights of arcanists. When it comes to caring for our people, we're not so different there. That was what the Foundation was for, to defend the interests of the arcanists and to keep the world safe and orderly. Till this day we continue to strive for this goal.
Her heart thumps hard in her chest. She shouldn't do this, but she can't ignore the question any longer either. Perhaps it's worth it. Her reading tells her that this is a worthwhile ally. They have had no fundamental disagreements over one another. Just this one insignificant piece of information, if it might bridge the gap in their positions.
My sympathies for all that is happening.
Marcus receives another embrace.
We could have been very good friends if you weren't working for the Foundation. I know you meant every word you said. I can see how you burned with passion. The Circle was founded for the same reason. But I will not change my view on certain things. But on second thought, I have friends working in all kinds of places. We have a big house, plenty of wine and refreshments. There is more than enough room for a new friend.
She's now trying to recruit Marcus.
I would like to invite you to the Secession building, and to be present at the opening of the exhibit, Miss Marcus. And we can talk more about what you said afterwards.
That'd be great. But my supervisor...
That is tricky. But a minor like you requires the presence of a guardian. And you told me that she's kind to you. Well, she can come with you. We must abide by the law, after all. It might help to clear up misunderstandings if she's there.
A hug comes once again.
All right. I have to inform Heinrich that we have 2 more guests coming.
She is trying to pick something out of Marcus's pockets this entire time. It's so fucking obvious.
Oh, shoot. I have an appointment today. I almost forgot the time. I have to go. I know what you're going to ask, but patient information is confidential.
Kakanya idly wags her finger. Her thoughts seem to have drifted on to future treatments. She hastily caps her pen, handing the invitation to Marcus.
I shouldn't keep you any longer. See you soon, Miss Foundation. Welcome to the Circle.
A gentle knock sounds on the door.
Oh, I should go. Thank you, Miss Kakanya.
I'm now just imagining that Marcus is probably very soft, in spite of how... I believe she is, given how thick her clothes seem to be, how many layers there seem to be there. I mean, she is seemingly eternally in winter wear. Oh my god. Probably a very huggable figure. I mean, she is very friend-shaped, so there is that. She turns and hurries away, the door opening just in time. Ah! Well, this is awkward. Marcus doesn't stop, nodding and gliding around the newcomer in a fast, fluid motion. 2 invitations from the founder of the Circle, no less. A precious opportunity, a rare and precious clue to the goings-on here. Hoffman caresses the edges, sinking into a long silence. The obedient assistant looks off into the far distance, awaiting the impending storm.
You know what happened. But under the Foundation's regulations, I must reiterate that the primary subject of this investigation has been changed to Heinrich. These 2 invitations are very useful. I'll tell the field agent squad to act tomorrow night. Once Heinrich's identity is verified, we will detain him in the exhibit.
So he was a little sus.
But I must remind you, Marcus. What you did today was a serious violation of the field mission manual, and I have to report this to the headquarters. That island is not of this era. Everything about it is strictly confidential. You have crossed a line.
The mentor's tone was of a stern reproach, not so inconsequential anymore.
Understood.
Oh, poor baby. Marcus's complexion turns deathly pale. Her mouth hangs open to speak several times but fails to make a sound. If not for the wall, she might as well have fallen over.
I know what you're thinking. We need to get closer to this group. You might think their ideas are closer to those of the headquarters, and therefore easier to work with compared to the Vienna branch.
Marcus finds herself surprised by her stay of execution.
You must know that Kakanya is not our only source of information.
Hoffman turns away, intentionally avoiding the overeager eyes of her apprentice.
On the one hand, Carl has given us a list. In principle, everyone on this list is useful. On the other hand, the branch has its own connections too. More importantly, it takes more than a conversation over tea to get the people on the same side of a conflict.
So she's basically telling Marcus, yes, what you did is against regulations, but, you know, for merit where merit is due. But however, Marcus, there's a bigger picture to that I'm going to have to remind you of. She sighs, rubbing her forehead.
I'm worried you are not ready for this, Marcus. There's too much wickedness out there dressed in the skin of kindness. The most horrible atrocities are always committed for the most seemingly justified reasons, even at the headquarters. People are mired in power struggles and compromises.
Sorry, ma'am. I was naive.
It will be the Foundation's judgment call. If the information you've gathered outweighs the risks, you may be treated leniently. Marcus, look at the street.
The ring road has a feeling of tranquility despite the evening bustle.
You're not the only one who wants to contribute to this place and its people. We come for peace, and many before us have tried to prevent foreseeable tragedies, only to cause greater tragedies. The rules are there for a reason. Nothing in the manual was written out of imagination. Every one of them came from a mistake of the past. We are only here to observe.
Many well-dressed citizens pass by and are enjoying their sunset strolls.
This is Vienna in 1914, the birthplace of an enduring war and chaos, the critical point.
Just before World War I happened.
It is a powder keg, and the slightest spark will set it off. Any action we take could have unfathomable consequences.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me that we're going to witness Campania assassinate Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which sparks World War I. Holy shit. Maybe, but we'll see.
That is why we advise extreme caution. This is our responsibility to this era.
Marcus follows her mentor's hand, gazing into the distance. For the first time, she scrutinizes the city ahead of her in detail. Here, countless lives, possibilities, and thoughts, new and old, collide. Would all this end in an instant beneath a curtain of rain? Marcus nods, searching out a word of affirmation.
I understand completely, Madam Hoffman. I won't make the same mistake again.
She sounds like a child who's just been caught doing something she shouldn't have. Oh my god, this poor baby. All the headpats for Marcus. Away from the ring road, others continue on their life's trajectory. In Campania's clinic, a slightly unorthodox treatment is about to begin.
Isolde, you look sad and pale. What happened? Did something happen in the troop? Or did those dreadful officials come back?
No, I'm just a bit worried. You entered a duel for my sake. Dear Lord, the thought of you getting hurt breaks my heart.
So now I'm starting to really understand why Doom Duty is very popular in this game.
Did Heinrich tell you that? He needs to keep his mouth shut. Don't worry about me, Isolde. I fought for the ethics of the profession, and I'm ready to bear the consequences of my actions. That scum sold the secrets of hypnosis to the military. It's a treatment, not a means of interrogation. In the end, all is well. The duel didn't happen, and I'm here, unharmed. All thanks to that young missy from the Foundation.
That young missy from the Foundation? The lady who just left? I bumped into her at the door.
So you've seen her?
She was at the cessation building. You weren't there. Did she give you any trouble? You told me the Foundation was after you for a while because you didn't have a license. I can help you, Doctor. I can ask Mr. Carl to...
No need for that. We only just became friends.
Sure you did.
Friends? You told me to stay away from the Foundation staff, but now you're making friends with them.
Oh, she's different, dear Isolde. We met by chance. I gave her an invitation to the exhibit, so you'll see her there. I think you two will become best friends. It would take all day to tell you everything. You're here for treatment. Let's not waste time on unimportant things.
Unimportant? All right.
Anya coughs, trying to revert her more professional guise.
You're a personal friend, Isolde, so I didn't want to give you therapy in the first place.
Because I'm not good enough, or sick enough to be your patient?
No, because I'm not good enough. I wasn't properly trained. I don't have a medical license or a degree. This is the cold, hard truth, and you're too important a friend to me. But I can no longer watch you suffer from the horrible treatments those quacks gave you. I may not have a license, but I have the knowledge and ethics that they don't. I never overcharge my treatment, nor sell unnecessary things to the patient, and I will never experiment on my patients. Your smile. So you agree with what I said about those psychiatrists and doctors?
That line right there, it just reminds me of the meme, you know. That smile, that's where everything frickin' began.
Okay, Then let's get to it.
Ooh, I have not seen this splash page, which
Dr.
is
Sigmund Freud
interesting.
wrote that repression of desires is one of the primary causes of hysteria. You need to release these desires. I'll guide your memory to find the deeply hidden thoughts. Trust me, and tell me everything during the session. You'll suffer less from the repression, and your physical ailments, fainting and convulsions, will become less severe. Cast off your shackles and trust in me. This first step is crucial. I know tragedies in your family have affected you deeply, but I'm here to help you now. If you have trouble putting thoughts into words, use this mirror. It reflects your inner thoughts, like a mind's endoscope. I cast an arcane skill on it to help your thoughts surface. Look at it, and tell me what you see.
My inner thoughts.
Yes, I won't hypnotize you. Nor will I turn around and peek at the mirror. What's in there belongs to only you. We're just going to talk. Hypnosis is a therapy I most detest. It doesn't help you understand and rediscover yourself. And if the dialogue isn't based on the full awareness and consent of both parties, it's pointless.
I see. I will do my best.
Do your best? Relax. You're not on the job. Just turn around. Look in the mirror and tell me. What do you see?
I see golden circles. Theophil in his study, on his feet. His hand gesturing intensely in the air. Ah, yes. I am there too.
Her voice becomes strange and sharp.
Odd. Why am I not here? Doctor, is your mirror not working? It's not showing my reflection. No, this isn't right. I promised to do my best. I was there. I must have been. I have to remember it. You prepared all of this for my sake. I mustn't disappoint you.
Oh no, she's stuck in her obsessive thoughts. Isolde, please sit down and listen to my voice.
The actress, ignoring her doctor's warnings, forcefully grips the edge of the mirror.
Who am I? Where am I? Hello? Is anybody there? Who is me? I am who? Greetings. Hello?
The candles go out and the room fills with an inexplicable unease. An incorporeal voice responds to her inquiry, invited in from the void.
The lost ghosts. The last time in the secession building. Now I understand. I have to get her to stop relying so much on her arcane power. Luckily, not completing my education is why I know a little bit of everything.
The doctor rushes to the full-size mirror in the workshop, removing the grey clots one by one.
What are you doing, Doctor? Is the session over? Was it because I did something wrong? Did I mess up?
Nonsense, you were doing great. I just have to clean the room a bit.
A more intense flash fills the clinic, dispelling the damp and resentful darkness.
Shoo! Go away! Mirrors are useless to ghosts. Leave my patient alone and never come back.
And we're gonna cut it here after revealing a lot about the relationship between Kakanya and a lot of the other characters within this time period. Knowing that we are on the precipice of World War I is slightly concerning, and there have been talks of me seeing. Basically, I was spoiled that of what Kakanya does in this chapter of the story, but seeing it for myself unfold is a different kind of excitement that fills over me. So we're gonna continue this on next week because I am out of time. So if you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.